Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and wearing their mask. So let's get to crafting. Now, this Halloween spooky lantern, I had a little trouble with in the beginning. You need two fences, and at first I was just going to use the one that I cut out there, the one skeleton frame there. And I was going to try to bend the fence around where I didn't have to cut it, but that didn't work. So I had to end up just cutting out the 4 skeleton heads with the bones and putting them together like you do your picture frames for your regular lanterns. Well, this is a spooky lantern, so I took and I tied all the corners together with some jute so I can put some Gorilla Hot Glue in each corner, as you can see. And then when it was done, I untied them, and it was ready to paint. And I had this Rust-Oleum Ultra Matte black spray paint, and that's what I spray painted it with. And next, I took a Dollar Tree chalkboard, and it fit perfect, as you can see. All I had to do was pull out the side a little bit after I slid it in the other one, and there it was. Now, you can leave it like that, but there's probably a couple little inches on the side. I don't care about that. So what I did was flipped it over, and I hot glued it on those 2 sides there just to keep it really from sliding. I didn't want it to slide from side to side. I just wanted it to sit still, and it was big enough for what I was going to put in it. Now, I took this burnt umber and that nutmeg brown and distressed it. I wanted it to look like old rusted wrought iron, and I hope that you can see the difference there, and I hope that it does kind of look like it. It does to me. But anyway, that's what I did. I distressed it all the way around, and I took some cheesecloth I had, and I took that matte spray paint and that terracotta spray paint, and I just lightly dusted them back and forth, and there it was hanging up drying by my laundry. So I took and I just cut pieces of it and started tying it all around the lantern, just in different places, making it just cut up and shredded up, and just like it had been on there for years and it was tore up or whatever. So anyway, if anyone has seen any of my other videos, you know about my creepy corner. And my creepy corner, I had a candle that I took some Dollar Tree skeleton garland, and I wrapped the skeletons around the candle and dripped some red crayon on it. And it burned down so far that it quit burning, but it burnt a perfect size hole to fit one of those Dollar Tree tea lights. And that's it right there. That's what I'm going to use as my candle. And I thought, how creepy. So I took it off my creepy shelf and put it in my lantern. And that is just some, I guess, vine, some kind of vine I had laying around the house. And I just kind of cut some of it and wrapped it around, kind of keep the candle from sliding a little bit. And I had some old black leaves and some black brush, and I just kind of slid them in around the bottom of the candle, poking out all 4 sides of the lantern. And hey, and I got a chain, a dollar store chain, and I spray painted it black and added a little terracotta and a little black and mixed it up back and forth until it kind of looked old and rotty and rusted, wrought iron and rusted. And I'm putting the chain on it now, and you can hang it up if you have somewhere to hang it. But if not, you can drop the chain in around the candle and let it sit, and it's just as cool like so. Or you can just unhook the chain if you don't want the chain on it. And I personally like it either way. So getting ready to show you the the lantern hanging up outside, and by the magic of editing, I'm going to get to show you it in the dark as well. And there it is. I hope everyone enjoys it and likes it or tries to attempt it if you can find anything in stock now at the Dollar Tree, because that's what my Dollar Tree is going through right now. You can't hardly get anything anymore. Everyone goes in there and buys it by the case. Anyway, I think this is creepy and spooky, and I love it. I love how it turned out, and I hope you guys like it. And please like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more new videos that I upload. And it gets YouTube to notice me just a little bit more, please. So if you like what you see, please give me that thumbs up, please. And subscribe. If you forget, please try not to. Thank you. And we're getting ready to go on to our next DIY, which I absolutely love. This is probably one of my favorite Halloween DIYs I have ever done. So I got a Dollar Tree skull, and I'm just doctoring it up a little bit, putting some chalk paint black on it, taking some burnt umber, and I'm going to put it all over the teeth. And then I'm going to take a towel and wipe it off. And it's going to make the teeth look old and dirty, a little worn. And then I'm going to get some nutmeg brown and put it all over the skeleton head a few times. And then wipe it off until I get the desired color that I want. And I just want it to look a little older and a little better than the cheap plastic skull from the Dollar Tree. So, after I do that and let it dry, I'm going to take some Gorilla Hot Glue, and I'm going to glue some moss, Spanish moss, to the back of his head. I was going to use some Dollar Tree floral foam, but I decided I didn't want to, and it kind of looked like it made it a little higher than I want it to be, if that makes sense. So I just ended up taking the moss, putting it on the head, and I got my X-Acto knife, and I cut some holes where I wanted to place my flowers, and I just stuck them in by the stem. Now these, I guess they call them sprays in the store if you buy them and they're already made. Well, I had some purple and orange Chanel stems, pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them, and twisted them together. After I got them good and twisted how I wanted them, I took and started rolling the end, and there you go. 3 cute little sprays, and I'm going to put them in my skull head after I add the flowers that I want. Now, there's that foam I told you that I did not use. And here's me putting the glue on and the moss. And now cutting the hose in, like I said. And I had 2 Dollar Tree roses with the eyes, a white one and a black one. And I had a purple feather pick that was from an old project. I believe it could have been from a Mardi Gras party or maybe a K-State homecoming party. Who knows? Anyway, I had it. And I ended up putting that on there. Now, if you want to make a feather pick, they're very easy. All you have to do is get you some wire stem, some floral tape, get you some feathers from the Dollar Tree or wherever. Put the feathers on there you want. Wrap them like you would a flower. And there you go. Feather picks. Easy breezy. Now, I had some leftover, what are those, hydrangeas, I think you call them. I had 4 of them. And so I just put them around my skull head. Kind of made me think of the Day of the Dead, how they do the little flowers in the front, the short flowers. So now I got my Gorilla Hot Glue and putting it on my dollar store candlestick that I painted with my Deco Art black chalk paint, which you saw in the beginning. And here I am putting my little swizzle sticks or sprays or whatever you want to call them in there. And then I had 3 sticks. The little sticks you get in flowers sometimes. It's got the little curly ends on them. Kind of, I don't know, I guess they're wood. And I had some of them, and I put 3 of them in there. And absolutely loved my skeleton's headpiece. So then, after that, I took and got some Dollar Tree spiders. There they are. And like the purple ones, I cut the ring part off and glued them right on the eyebrow part over the eye socket. And I had some black feathers that I stuck in the side of the skeleton's neck down in that candlestick hole, so you couldn't see that, and made a cute little bow, put it on the front underneath the skeleton's neck. And I also took one of those spiders and put it on the bottom of the candlestick, as you'll see when I get done putting these feathers in the side. And I didn't even glue them in there. And I didn't glue the sprays or swizzle sticks because they just stick down in there. And no one's going to be playing with it. It's just going to be sitting there. So you can rearrange them if you want to. Leave them in there. Glue them in there. It doesn't even matter. And I didn't even glue the feathers in the neck. They just stick down in there. Like I said, ain't nobody going to be messing with it. So, and there, there it is, the spider getting glued on there. And I think this is so creepy and cool. And I absolutely love it. My girls thought it was the greatest thing. And I hope you guys think it's the greatest thing too. Because if you don't like this, man, I don't know what's wrong with you. No, I'm kidding. But I love it. And it is so me. This type of stuff I go for right here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and maybe give it a try yourself. See what you come up with. And we're about to go on to DIY 3, which is our voodoo doll. I have been dying to make a voodoo doll. So I had an old king-size pillowcase that I had already cut some off and used in another project. I think I lined a basket with it or something. But anyway, the rest of it I'm going to take and use to make my voodoo doll. So, I got this off Pinterest. It's free, printable. Traced it on there, as you can see. And then I left just a little opening on the sleeve. That way, after I stuff it, I can finish sewing it. And you'll see what I mean. So I'll cut him out. And you can see it says don't sew right here when you get there. I'm going to sew it with jute. Because I want this thing to look like an old, ancient voodoo doll. Maybe not ancient, but old and tattered, So I just did, I don't know what kind of stitch that is. It's just, in and out all around. I took and then got some stuffing from an old pillow, stuffed it down in there, took a marker, pushed it down in the legs, got it in there good, got it real good and stuffed how I wanted it, as full as I could get it. And when I got to the arm, I just started stitching it up, and I was finished with the stitching and with the sewing. That's the only part. If you can't sew, and I'm not a great sewer and don't claim to be, but if you want to make your little voodoo doll, to me this is easy breezy. Get 2 pieces of material you want for front and back, cut your little pattern out, get some stuffing, cotton, whatever you want to use, stuff it up, sew it on up. It's real easy. Now that I got it in there, I'm going to stitch his little arm up. And then after I get his little arm stitched up, I'm going to have to cut him out a little heart, give him some eyes and a mouth. And then I'm going to make him all dirty. Okay, and there I am. I just made my loop to pull my jute through to give it a good knot and finish him off I'm going to cut him off and get him ready to give him a heart and some eyes and a mouth. And I just took a piece of red felt I had, cut out a little red heart, and hot glued it on. Then I had some buttons, a big one and a little one, glued them on there. The reason for the big one and the little one, creepier the better, I thought. So then I just took my Sharpie marker, put some stitches around the heart, faux stitches, if that's what you want to call it. And then I took and made him a mouth, a stitched mouth, drew a line, put a couple stitches on there, and he was finished except for getting him all good and dirty. Now, I did not want to use all of my ground cinnamon to get him dirty. So I ended up using Hershey's Cocoa, and you'll see that here in a second. I had some needles, push pins, and I just glued some pearls onto the ends of them. That way they'll look more like a push pin with the head of the I think they look better on the voodoo doll. Now there's the Hershey's Cocoa. I just took a paintbrush, a clean paintbrush, and went all around the edges of my voodoo doll, just dusting on Cocoa. And once I'm finished, you're going to see me smack all the Cocoa off as much as I can get it. Yeah, and now you can see me beating it to death. And now that I got all the excess cocoa off, I'm just putting my push pins in. And I got a safety pin on his leg. And I think he's adorable, but creepy. My daughter thought he was really creepy when I sent a picture to her. He might be the first and only designer voodoo doll with his Coogie eye button. But anyway, on to the last and final simple, easy DIY. Okay, that is a 36-inch dowel that I had, and it's painted in elegant teal. It was already painted from another project, and those sticks used to be a natural wood color, and I just dusted some terracotta and some black spray paint on them and left some of the natural showing. And they were in a vase with some other flowers. That's what they came in, this big huge black vase. Anyway, I did not want them. I wanted to recycle them, so I cut them in half and I stuck the dowel in there, as you can see. And I took a lot of jute twine and I wrapped it around as tight as I possibly could. Threw some black ribbon on there and a cute little charm that I had. And I had some Dollar Tree lace ribbon, and I had some real skinny black satin ribbon I believe I got from Amazon for like $4 or something. Pretty nice amount too. So I took and you'll see coming up, there I am making the ribbon. I'm putting the hot glue on, and I'm putting the black skinny ribbon over top of the white lace ribbon, and I'm doing it on both sides. I flip it over and put black on the other side, and because that's how I wanted it, and I thought it looked so cute like that. And I wanted this just to be kind of I don't know, an old looking, simple, elegant kind of witch's broom, I guess. I don't know. But I like how it turns out, and I hope you all like how it turns out. And please, if you like what you see, subscribe and give me some likes and hit the bell so I can get noticed just a little bit more, please. And sorry about some of the lighting issues in some of my videos. My light on my tripod be dying a lot, so I charge it a lot. But anyway, there is my simple little witch's broom. I'm going to tie the bows on there, put the charm and the black ribbon, and I'm done. And I hope you guys like it. All right, and there it is, laying on my bed in my bedroom slash studio, whatever you want to call it. And I hope you guys like it. And coming up, I had a picture hanger that came off an old project. I took a nail and just hammered it down in the top of that dowel. And there you go. You can hang it on the wall, hang it wherever you like. You can even prop it up in a corner if you want. Both looks good either way. Now it won't sit up on its own. You have to prop it up in the corner. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit the bell. And please subscribe. And I appreciate all that do. Thank you and see you later.